We'll begin our speeches for this evening. A round of applause for our maid of honors.
Hello. Just a second. Hi. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Madeline, and I'm Hailey's sister. And to talk about Hailey, I think she's probably the weirdest person I know, to be completely honest. Besides me, but depending on the day, she definitely beats me. And so I'd like to take a moment to toast my parents for raising us to be nothing close to normal. When Hailey and I were little, we liked to spend our time playing the game Foursquare. It's a game where there's 4 squares, and you try to eliminate the other players by bouncing the ball into the other person's ball so they can't hit it back. We also like to play games on the computer called Toontown, Sims, and watch SpongeBob. Today, for fun, we do all of those things still. I think there's something ridiculously special in remembering to always never let go of the inner child inside of you, the one that screams innocence, joy, and pleasure in the simplest of things. The part many people lose as they age, and the one that looks at everyone without pre-assumptions and stigmas, with arms open and glistening wide eyes. When I'm spending time with Hailey, this wonderful side comes out of me, and I see it in many others around her as well. Hailey is a beam of light in the life of many, and Ben compliments her so well with his constant kindness, his deep understanding for others, and laughing at even the worst of her jokes. Even though I can be a huge pain to Hailey at times, and she even kicked me out of the wedding once, she still trusts me to be her maid of honor, and that is something I will never forget. We are sisters, and we definitely fight like it. I will also never tell Hailey truly how awfully I procrastinated on this speech, because she will kill me. I'm so undeserving to have somebody as wonderful as you as my sister, and I give both of you my blessings to live a happy, healthy, and beautiful partnership together.
Give us.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
All right.
Did you prepare something?
I'll start that part.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Hi. My name's Steve. Hey, John. Glad to see you made your way to the bar. This is a good place to be. So, Ben and I met at WLC. It's probably the most awkward way to meet somebody I've ever had. What happened is him and Phil walked into Zach and I's room the first day of school and just goes, do you guys know Matt Clifford? We go, yeah, I went to high school with him. And they go, okay, we do too, and walked out. So as Zach and I were like, who are these guys? They didn't really introduce themselves to us. They just asked if we knew a mutual friend. So little did I know at that point that we were going to end up being best friends. So a few days later, what happened is I'm like, these guys are sitting in the hall. Maybe I should give them a chance. I mean, it was kind of awkward before, but seemed like really nice people. I tried to introduce themselves. They just didn't do it very well. So they were watching a video on YouTube, and it was about Mulk. And what happened there is, it was just, we started laughing, and I knew that they had a great sense of humor, and from there we just became great friends. But what happened even more is, little I know, Ben and I decided that, well, we're both probably the 2 messiest people on this earth. We'll live together. My wife didn't come see me. Well, at that time, my girlfriend didn't come see me ever. I had to go to her because it was just, when that quote he said today about him not being a neat person, it's worse than that. Anything you can imagine with him and I together, it was bad. But it was great. We did Superbed together. We were able to have fun no matter what we were doing. And the best part is, he's the nicest guy I know. And this is what really the most important thing about this wedding is. Hailey, you've got yourself an amazing man. Today in the sermon, he talked about like having seal in your heart. he will do that. Everything for you, he will do. If you have a bad day, he's a perfect guy to vent to because he's going to sit there and have a smile on his face. You might get frustrated with that smile, but you know what? At the end, he's going to say something that's going to make you smile too. You don't have to worry about fights because you know what? He's a pushover. You're going to get your way. The other things too is he's great for advice for anything. You never have to worry about making a bad decision because he'll let you know if it is. We've had our bad moments. I mean, there's a Carlos Zambrano pick. I still hold that a little hard in my heart. But you know what, Hailey, you have a great guy next to you. You're so blessed, and I hope your years together are filled with joy and happiness. Now raise your glasses. Ben, pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Everyone drink 1.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. I just want to thank you all for being here today to celebrate two very special people as they join their lives together as husband and wife. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bridget, and I've been best friends with Hailey since we were both in kindergarten. As I was reflecting back on my friendship with Hailey, more than a few embarrassing stories and crazy memories came to mind. I'll never forget all the shenanigans we got into as we were growing up together, most of them instigated by Hailey, of course. Even though she gave me full permission to include some really embarrassing stories here, I'll try not to roast her too badly. Some of the memories that make me laugh the most include the many times she crashed my golf cart when we were little, including the time she jumped out of the driver's seat and left me in the passenger seat to crash into a barbed wire fence. I can still remember our senior prom when our favorite song, Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard came on, and I was standing up by the stage and Hailey caught my eye from across the dance floor and started running towards me and fell flat on her face in front of the entire high school. And I probably should have felt bad, but I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life. And one of the things that I love the most about Hailey is that she's not ashamed to laugh at herself, and that night she was definitely laughing almost as hard as I was. It was Hailey who earned me 2 of the 3 detentions that I served during high school when she had the bright idea to play hide and seek in Mr. Waters' car care class. And during our senior year, when we missed our chemistry class because we got stuck canoeing on the Fall Creek Pond. Countless girls' nights, disciplined by teachers for laughing too hard in class, and walks around town with Hailey have shown me what a genuine, honest, and considerate person and friend she is. My best friend Hailey is one of those people who can make anyone feel comfortable in almost any situation, and she's honestly one of the funniest people I know. She has supported me through every trial that I've encountered over the past 15 years, and I couldn't ask for a better best friend. Just as I've been blessed to have such a loyal, loving best friend in Hailey, I know that Ben is blessed to have such an amazing woman be his wife. Hailey first introduced me to Ben at Country Fest in 2014. He had one eyebrow shaved off, and there were racing stripes shaved in his head. My immediate impression was, Hailey, what are you thinking? It wasn't the greatest first impression to make, but Ben definitely taught me not to judge a book by its cover. He really won my approval when Hailey had her wisdom teeth taken out. Ben wasn't able to be in Eau Claire to support her during the process, so he asked me for my phone number via the obvious manner, trivia crack, and texted me to ask if I could pick up some ice cream and other little gifts to deliver to Hailey for him. He even got my address and sent me a Subway gift card a couple weeks later as a thank you for helping him out. At the time, Ben and I didn't know each other very well, and I don't know very many boyfriends who would go through all that effort to support their girlfriend in a long-distance relationship. I'm beyond thankful that Hailey has found someone who treats her with the amount of respect and care that I've witnessed Ben do. As I've gotten to know him, he's impressed me in the ways he cares for and interacts with Hailey's family, considers Hailey's needs before his own, and strives to build relationships with all of Hailey's friends. I cannot wait to support them in their future together. I know that Ben and Hailey are absolutely perfect for each other, and I've truly enjoyed watching their love grow over these past couple of years. Here's to Ben and Hailey's new adventures as husband and wife.
Hey everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Zach, and I went to college with Ben. Was a former roommate. Hey John, in the back, do you have your pretzels ready? I went to 4 stores looking for some pretzels. Couldn't find any pretzels anywhere. So anyway, yeah, we tried. But anyway, I just wanted to congratulate you guys, and I'm super happy to be a part of this day. Truly a special day. But so I was thinking about telling the story about how we met. Steve kind of went over that a little bit. I will add that I actually saw Matt Clifford like 3 days earlier, and he was like, "Hey, there's these 2 guys named Ben and Phil, and they're pretty cool guys." And I thought that was interesting that they were the 2 guys that came in and awkwardly introduced themselves to us. But yeah, another thing is I remember that when Ben first told me about Hailey, and that he really liked this girl and that she was like super cool. So I was like, well, tell me about her. And so he showed me a picture of her on Facebook. I took a look at the picture, and I was like, there's no way he's pulling this off. I was wrong. It became very evident after they started dating that they really had something special, and that the way they interacted with each other, I could tell they really cared about each other. And here we are today, and it's a great special day for them too. But anyway, I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna get into a story about how one of me and Ben's first real experiences together, we were studying for finals all day before a winter break. And Ben was like, we should go and get something to eat. So I was like, okay. So Ben, I think we came up with going to Little Caesars. And so Ben punched it in his GPS, and we start driving. And we're like 2/3 of the way there. And then all of a sudden, we get to the top of this bridge, and the car kind of makes a funny noise, and it sort of stops. And I'm going to add one thing before I finish the story, that Ben was known for stretching his gas tank out as long as possible back in this first year. So I look over at him, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. So we kind of coast to the bottom of the hill, and we're just sitting there, and Ben's like, all right, I'll go and walk to a gas station, find a gas can, and get some gas. So I'm sitting there in this cold car. It's like 40 degrees and raining, and Ben comes back, and in the meantime, 2 officers showed up, and they were sitting behind the car. I kind of told them what was going on. So Ben comes back with the gas can, and he's going to go fill up the gas tank. Well, then he knocks on my window and says that he can't figure out how to open the gas can. I'm like, all right. So then I come out there, and I'm trying to open the gas can. It was like the weirdest setup I've ever seen for a gas can. And like my hands were frozen. I couldn't grip the thing. Then I think one of the officers just like cut it off with like a knife or a key or something. But we were able to get it open. He filled up the gas tank finally. We were able to be on our way. So we're like, well, we better still go find the Little Caesars. So we come around the corner where the Little Caesars is and discover it's not even there. So I think we went home and had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something after all that. But I could tell stories all day about Ben. There's so many memorable ones. I mean, whether it was a time that we golfed on the 4th of July, 98-degree weather after a night of excessive indulgence. There was the period of time where Ben slept on our couch in our dorm room for like 2 months straight instead of sleeping in his own bed. I still don't know why he did that. Yeah, but he snores, Hailey. So yeah, and there was a time that we convinced Ben to run through a wooden door at our apartment, and he lost the door one. Ben kind of smashed his foot a little bit, but we still had a front door, so that was good. But anyway, congrats again, you guys. Let's raise our glasses to Ben and Hailey. Wish them God's blessings as they start another chapter in their journey.